Hi friends, check me out. I put my hair up and then I look like I plugged my finger into an electrical socket. So you might hear my family because they're loud people, but there's never a perfect time unless when they're not home, which never happens. So I want to show you guys how I do samples. So what you'll need, I can post some Amazon links in the comments. You're gonna need parchment paper, some baggies, some clear baggies, and then you can use the Scentsy, like they sell the felts in the consultant store, but I get some that are smaller on Amazon. You're gonna need a warmer or something to warm the wax. I can move it over a little bit. We'll figure this out. I'm not a good camera person. It's not my gift, so bear with me. But today Michelle was like, how do you do samples? And I was like, I should show you. I should show everyone. I am not great at thinking like, oh, I need to teach people this, and this. I will come up with things as I come across them or as people ask me questions. So please, if there's something you want to know, ask the question, because chances are someone else wants to know and I can just do a video about it and help everyone. And then when you sponsor someone, you can just be like, tag them in that video, and it makes it easy for everybody. So I also use tweezers, so you can get some like craft tweezers or something. It just makes it easier. So I'm gonna try to do this, and then you can see how messy my area is. Okay, so I use my Grow with the Flow. This is last year's incentive warmer. And I use this warmer because it heats up the wax really fast. It has a big bulb and it's a little bit smaller and it's clear. Usually the colored warmers or the colored dishes like dim the light a little bit and it takes longer. So I have a couple cubes of Ocean in here, and then all I do is take my tweezers, my little felt squares, and drop them in the melting wax. Okay, and this is part 1 of the video, because part 2 is going to show you how I get the labels, because I don't make the labels. There's a Facebook group where people make the labels and they share the Google Drive with us, and it's a little complicated to use the labels, but it's doable. So I can show you how to do that. I had to kind of figure it out on my own, but I did. So I just soak up the wax. I still have this piece melting, but this is enough. And then once it soaks up wax, I put it down on the parchment paper. Okay, so you kind of see that, and I just go and I just soak them up. So this is the cheapest way to do samples. And I mean, people buy cute little molds, and they will buy like a Wilton like chocolate candy maker melter, and melt wax and then like pour it into the molds. And that's cute, but then you're using more wax than you need to, because really the goal is to get people to smell it, right? So we don't need a ton of wax, especially now that it's hot. So I'm in Southern California, where I have a lot of customers or other consultants in the Vegas area also. It's hot, like the mail is hot. So I'm not gonna be, oh, whoops, that one flew around. I'm not gonna be sending like little molds of wax to people for people to sample. Like that'll melt, it'll get disgusting. If there's a little hole in the bag or I didn't seal it well, it's gonna get everywhere. So I don't even try that. I mean, if you wanna pour molds for locals, like go for it. But I got another trick for you, and I actually haven't tried this yet, but like, let's give it a go. Let me see if I can find my supplies. But there's something else to do to where you don't have to do the molds. Cause I mean, if you want to be cute and you want to do molds, more power to you. I have no time. So I rarely do samples. I've made all this money rarely doing samples. It's great. It's a tool, but it's not a requirement. So let me get my thingy. So I'll show you something else I bought. Sorry, I'm not prepared for this part. I might have to just do this part later, because I think I don't, oh, there it is, okay. So there's this awesome thing on Amazon, and I learned this from director's pages and stuff. This is called a crinkle cutter. So I'm not gonna get molds, like it's not gonna be super cute, but I'm just gonna use this sucker and cut little crinkles of wax and put them in a baggie and a sticker on them. And I've given someone a sample. Fast, cheap, easy. Like that is what you wanna be doing, especially as you're starting out. You don't wanna be spending tons of money just to do anything. You don't need to be spending tons of money, period. But I wanna remind you guys, anything you buy for this purpose, I'm like, oh my wow, I'm like, I can just talk and keep doing my little felt circles. Anything you buy for this purpose is a tax write-off. You want to take advantage of that. I owe you guys a video on how to total and do things, and I also use an Excel sheet from a Facebook group. So you know, some of the Facebook groups actually have really good, valuable things you can use from them. So see, I'm just soaking up my wax. So this, it's like you can use a warmer you have in your house. You don't have to buy anything extra. I mean, if you want to approach it as a hobby, like you're just like, I want to be a Scentsy consultant so I can make cute ass samples and give them to people, or you can't sell samples, but like you could, you know, make super cute ones or sample packs and give them to your awesome customers or something. Your hostesses, whatever, like you're perfectly welcome to do that. I don't have that kind of time. I wish I did. This is about all I have time to do, and like I'm lucky I've got that right now. Nobody's screaming right now in the background. So this is part one. This is how I make the samples. Okay, let me show you one that's done. It's enough to open. Somebody can put it in a warmer and melt it if they want. They could put it in a mini warmer. But it's enough for someone to be able to smell and experience the scent without it getting super leaky everywhere. It's neat. So then part two, we'll be showing you guys the labels. So like here's the labels. I use this particular template, but I will be doing part two. I'll screen record and show you guys how I do that. So hit me with your questions. I will get some Amazon links in the comments too. Thanks, guys.